Hey everybody, Tim Allard with Ontario Outdoors. Some tips for you on how to manage your line when you're fishing with light line and light baits. When you're fishing with light line, you're going to be using a spinning reel. And one of the things that's really important is that you're reeling that line under tension on the spool. That's going to make sure that it goes on tight and then it's going to perform properly. If your line gets loosely wound on that spool, it's not going to be completely threaded on properly, and you're going to go to cast and a bunch of line is going to just fall off that spool, leading to a wind knot. There's a couple things you can do here. One is, instead of holding your rod tip up high, point your rod down, and the line dragging on the water is going to be all you need. Another easy way to do it is to just grab the line with your thumb and forefinger and then just reel that way. I find that really works well if for some reason you get a wind gust that blows a bunch of slack line off the spool when you're making a cast. You can retrieve that quickly by just holding the line and reeling it on tight. Another really easy way to get the best performance out of your line is to use line conditioner. I often spray this on monofilament and fluorocarbon before and after each outing. Your line is going to cast so much better because it's going to be lubricated, and you're just going to find the performance is going to be really, really good, and that really makes a difference when you're fishing with light baits. Another thing you want to do is be conscious of wind. So in this case, wind's blowing me down this way. I'm working the shoreline with quarter casts, so this is going to let me just throw with the wind, and then I'm going to have my line straight ahead in the direction that the wind's going. It's going to make it much easier for me to manage that string, as opposed to if the wind was blowing this way, my line would want to push that way and I'd get too big of a bow in the line, and it would make it hard for me to maintain contact with the bait or have a semi-slack line that is going to really jump and be easy to set the hook on a fish when I get a bite. Working into the wind's another option, and the way to go for precise boat placement. Keep the rod low to limit wind interference on the line. You gotta watch for line twist. A lot of light baits have a tendency to spiral when they sink, and an easy way to combat this is to just use a swivel. So here I'm fishing with braid, 10-pound braid, and then I have a 5-pound mono lead, and in between is a swivel, and that's just going to eliminate twist. The reason you want to do this, if you got line twist, it's going to be so much harder to manage. When you start to fish and you got slack line, it's going to have a tendency to want to roll back over the tip of your rod, and you're not going to be able to fish effectively. You're going to be untangling that all the time. So I hope those tips help you out the next time you're fishing light presentations. For Ontario Outdoors, I'm Tim Allard. Thanks for watching.